Hi, welcome to my channel, A Tale of Two Journeys. Today I will be talking about my journey from loose natural to locks. Today is the day that I start my locks. This seems like I've been researching this journey for so long. It's been about 3 months and today is the day. So before I go get my locks, I just wanted to share with you all how I prepared for this journey. I like to control things, so I wanted to have this thing planned out from beginning to end. You can't do that because you don't know what your hair is going to do. But what I wanted to do is to start on the right track. So I researched so many YouTubers, locticians, people that just learned as they went, and learned so much information. I really didn't learn what I was going to do or what I will be doing with my hair, but what I learned is what I'm not going to do. So I think my research was not in vain because I know the things that I'm not going to do. So let me just talk a little bit about how I got to this place. When I decided that I was going to lock my hair, initially I was going to go with lock extensions. The reason why I wanted to go with lock extensions is because of the whole emotional toll it took on me going from permed hair to loose natural. I'll do a video on that, and quite honestly, I didn't want to do that again. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go with lock extensions. I found a hair manufacturer and I was like, cool, this is what I want to do. So I started looking for a loctician to do it. And the more and more research I did, it just seemed to not be the best choice for me. The thing that really pushed me over the edge with that and said, no, I'm not going to do this, is the hair manufacturer that I would really liked, they weren't answering my calls, right? So I called for like 2 weeks, not straight, but a couple times over a period of 2 weeks. They never responded. I went on their Instagram to send a message. They never responded to that. And then I just started to notice that their social media, they weren't keeping up to date with that. So I was like, dang, did they go out of business? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. And at that point I was like, okay, whatever, I'm done with this. 2 weeks after that, they sent me a message. Yeah, we're still in business. Put your order in, call us. I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work at this point. So that was really the deciding factor for me of not going with extensions. Then I reached out to my first lock inspiration. It's a woman that I know in person. I know her for real, not just through YouTube or Instagram. But I hit her up and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to take this lock journey. And she was like, lock journey? Oh, you just want to lock your hair? Yeah, just throw it in 2-strand twists. You'll be good. Leave it alone. And I'm like, she just made it seem that simple after I've looked at all these videos and all of this, what not to do, what to do, how to do it, when to do it, all of this stuff. And she's like, yeah, just put it in 2-strand twists and leave it alone. So that's the route I felt like I wanted to go for a while, was 2-strand twists, because I just love everything about her hair. And I continued to do more research, trying to figure out, what parting system I wanted, and, how thick I wanted my locks or how thin I wanted my locks. And then how would I avoid buildup, and how would I avoid lint, and just so many things, and how would I make it through that quote unquote ugly stage. And I'm just going to pause here for a second. Can we just retire that term of ugly stage? Every person I looked at on a lock journey, it was absolutely beautiful. I know going through it, you're like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what it's supposed to look like. But from the outside looking in, every one of you looked beautiful. So it is no ugly stage. It's just a phase that your hair is going through. So what I would want you all to do is remind me of that when I feel that way, because I'm pretty sure I will, but I just want to put that out in the universe that, my locks are not going to go through an ugly phase. All right, so moving on, with my research, I started to look at different locticians in the Seattle area. That's where I'm based. And it's a struggle here, right? There's not a lot of locticians here. There's not a lot of natural hair salons here. And that was really a reason why I decided that this was the year for me to do locks as well. But I did find a young lady, and she met my first criteria is that she needed to already have locks. I've always been that way. Like, as a loose natural, I've never gone to anyone that had a perm, because I was like, if you're not natural, you can't really show me how to be natural. I know that's not true, but that's just how I feel. And so I wanted to go to someone that was locked. She's a board certified hairstylist. So, she knows how to work with chemicals. She knows about scalp conditions. She knows about follicles and all that kind of stuff. Which was important to me. Once I found her and I booked my appointment with her, not for starter locks, but I wanted to book an appointment with her just to kind of get a vibe, make sure I wanted her and my hair, right? So I got her to do some braids for me because I was going on vacation. So I was like, okay, I'll get her to do my braids. She did my braids. Her vibe was good. I asked her tons of questions. And I know she was kind of like, this is weird, but I just wanted to, first of all, know what kind of products she used. Like, how does she like to start locks? What parting system does she prefer? How often does she prefer that someone come in? How does she correct like damaged locks, things like that? So I asked her a gamut of questions while I was getting these braids done. And the thing about it, it was late at night, so she probably was super irritated, but she was very patient and she answered all of my questions, which I'm thankful for. So once I set my appointment for the locks, the next step for me was to get my scalp in order. I have a very dry scalp. It can be very flaky at times. So I said, I'm going to take the next 3 weeks to get my scalp in order, because that's having, that dead skin in my locks scares me and freaks me out. So I needed to get my scalp ready for this. So what I did was I started drinking more H2O, right? Like, that's what you have to do. Your body needs H2O, and I was slacking, and so I started drinking more of this. Then I started looking at products and things that I could use to help me get that under control. So the first thing I went and brought was this Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 hemp peppermint pure castile soap. This stuff smells delicious and divine, and when it gets in your scalp, it's so nice and tingly and ooh, amazing. But before I wash with that, I made a little concoction here. This is water, apple cider vinegar, turmeric, which, interesting enough, on this quest, I found that turmeric oil is good for dry scalp, and then it's tea tree oil in this as well. And so I would spray this on my scalp, leave it for about 30 minutes. Then I would wash it with the Dr. Bronner's. And side note, I was doing all of this at my gym, and you'll know why in just a second. So then I would go in and condition it. I would use 2 conditioners, this Maui Moisture Curl Quench Coconut Oil conditioner, and then this OGX Shea Soft and Smooth conditioner. So I used both of these conditioners together, and I went and sat in the steam room. That's why I did it at the gym, because I wanted a steam but I didn't like necessarily need to go to the salon. I just went to the gym and took advantage of that. Then after I conditioned my hair, and I sat in the steam room for like 10, 15 minutes, however long I could like take it from a breathing perspective. And then I went and washed the conditioner out, and I did a hot oil treatment. Um, so my oils, it's all in this little vial here, which says turmeric, but it's not all just turmeric. So it's olive oil in this, tea tree oil, black castor oil, and I think that's it. Oh, vitamin E oil as well. So I mixed all of those oils in here together, and then I put that in my hair. I went back in the steam room and let that sit for about 15 minutes as well. I did not wash that out. I just plaited up my hair and went home. That was it. So I've been doing that for the last 3 weeks, and I've definitely seen a difference in my scalp. It's not flaking the same way that it was. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I feel like now I'm ready to lock it up. I know what I want to do to take care of my scalp and to take care of my body by drinking more water. So that was really all of my preparation to go from a loose natural, which surprisingly, I'm starting to feel like I'm going to miss this, right? It's been a real struggle for me being a loose natural because I'm not a hairstylist. And so trying to find styles was, it was challenging at times. Trying to do styles on my hair was challenging. But over these past 3 weeks, I've been like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna miss it. It's just so beautiful. But I am ready to lock my hair. To be quite honest, this has been 15 years in the making for me to lock my hair. So I'm gonna take one last spin with my loose natural hair. And when I come back, I'll have starter locks. Yay! So this is my loose natural. As you can see, it's super thick and it's so many different types. I have so many different types of hair. Like up here is really tight coils, and now here it gets really loose. Back here is like almost not a coil at all. So let's just see my length here. And this is just me like just plaiting my hair up, and sometimes not, just putting a bonnet on. So it's not straightened in any kind of way, not blow dried out, but that's kind of my length right there from like a midsection. And here from the back, you can see that's where it is. So another reason I've kind of been wearing my hair in an afro is because I think I want to go semi-free form. I think. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm so ready. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. Please subscribe if you want to see how things are going to turn out, if my locks are going to be free form, or if they're going to be maintenance, if they're going to be thick, or if they're going to be skinny. So stay tuned. All right, I'm officially on my lock journey. As you can see, I started with 2-strand twists. I don't know how many I have. I'll count them sometime in the future. But let me show you the back. And so this is on about, as my stylist says, in the middle of my hair is a strong a strong 4C, but in the back it's like a 3 something, not sure what, but I'm so happy. I love it. I'm trying to keep my hands out of it. I asked her to put a part in the middle. I was playing around with it to see about putting a part on the side, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I'm loving it. Yay! Continue to tune in. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more about my lock journey.